My parents have never let me say, "I'm home," when I walk through the door. I just found out the horrifying reason why. Every family has a greeting. Most kids yell, "I'm home," when they walk in from school. Not me. My parents taught me to knock twice on the doorframe and say, "It's me." If I ever forgot and started to say those two words, Mom would flinch like I'd slapped her. Dad would leave the room. So I learned, knock twice. It's me. Every single time. Friends thought it was bizarre. I made up excuses, cultural thing, family tradition. I didn't know the real reason until last week. I was helping Mom clean out the attic after Dad's stroke. He's recovering, but they're downsizing. Less stairs, smaller house. I found a box hidden behind the Christmas decorations. No label, taped shut. Inside were baby clothes, 2 matching sets of everything, 2 hospital bracelets with the same date of birth, 2 tiny footprint cards, and a birth certificate I'd never seen. Lily Ann. Same birthday as mine, same parents. Mom. She was standing in the attic doorway. When she saw what I was holding, she sat down on the dusty floor like her legs had failed her. "You had a twin," she whispered. Her name was Lily. "I don't have a twin. I've never had a twin. I've been an only child for 26 years. She lived for 3 days. A heart defect they didn't catch until after delivery. She was so small, so perfect. And then she was gone." Mom pulled out a photo from the box. 2 newborns wrapped in identical blankets. One was me. One was my sister. We were holding hands between our bassinets. You cried for weeks after we brought you home. You'd reach for something that wasn't there. You'd turn your head like you were looking for someone. The doctor said you couldn't possibly remember her. But I think you did. I think you knew something was missing. She traced Lily's face in the photo. When you started talking, your first sentence wasn't mama or dada. You walked through the front door after a car ride and said, "We're home," not "I'm home, we're home," like you knew there should be 2 of you. She was crying now. I collapsed right there in the hallway. Your father had to carry me to bed. You were 2 years old and you just reminded us of the daughter we'd buried. She wiped her eyes. After that, we couldn't hear it. Any version of those words. Every time someone said, "I'm home," I heard, "We're home," in your little voice. I heard the sister who should have been walking through that door with you. She squeezed my hand. So we made a new rule, a new greeting, something that didn't remind us of what was supposed to be. Knock twice. It's me, singular, because that was the truth we had to accept. There was only one of you now. I sat with my mother in that dusty attic, surrounded by boxes of a life that should have included 4 people instead of 3. Why didn't you ever tell me? Because you got to live without that loss. You got to be whole instead of half. We didn't want you to spend your life feeling incomplete, wondering who you would have been with a sister, missing someone you couldn't remember. She pulled out another photo. Me at 5 years old, standing in front of a gravestone. We took you to visit her every year on your birthday. We told you it was a special garden. You'd pick flowers and leave them on her stone without knowing why. I remembered those trips. The special garden with the pretty stones. The flowers I'd placed so carefully on a rock with an angel carved into it. I never knew I was visiting my twin. I want to see her, really see her, knowing who she is. We went that afternoon. Mom and I stood at Lily's grave for the first time together, both of us understanding what we were looking at. The stone read, "Lily Ann, beloved daughter and sister, 3 days on earth, forever in our hearts." I knelt down and touched the carved angel. "Hi, Lily. It's me, your sister. Sorry it took so long to officially meet you. I placed flowers like I had as a child, but this time I knew why." Mom held my hand. "You can say it now, if you want. I think I'm ready to hear it." I stood up and looked at her. "Are you sure?" She nodded through her tears. That evening I walked through my parents' front door. I didn't knock twice. I didn't say, "It's me." Instead, I said the words my mother hadn't heard in 26 years. "We're home." Mom broke down in the hallway. But this time she wasn't collapsing from grief. She was releasing it, finally acknowledging out loud that there were supposed to be 2 of us, that there still are, in every way that matters. I say it every time now. We're home. One voice speaking for 2 sisters. The one who lived and the one who didn't. Both of us walking through that door together.